All right, so this is an awesome app so far, and everything looks great, but we're going to add some more to it. So we're going to go ahead and drag a button down here. And so whenever you're adding components, just drag them and drop them in there. And let's say I just accidentally drag another button in there. You can always go in and delete it, right? Highlight button 2. Yeah, I don't want button 2 in there. And if I click on it, so notice that like if I click in here, like if I click on label in here, it pops up as the label, and the button shows up down there. The difference between a label and a button is I can't click on a label. A label is just text, whatever I put in there. A button allows me to have some sort of action. So if I click the button, then something can happen. If you have a button and you click on it and nothing happens, then that's the waste of the button. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to, let's rename our button. And normally buttons are called, I don't know, let's like an enter button or a submit button. So we'll just say submit. All right. Now, there's a bunch of different ways that we can organize these and make them look nicer. And like the more labels we add, like I might have like eventually might have buttons and labels that have the same name. So sometimes it's good to like have some sort of naming convention before it, like label first name, or what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say underscore label. So that way I can distinguish between them. Another common thing I could do, I could like start off here beforehand and like I could like type like LBL in the front for label. But since we're like for the first time just making this app, I don't want to confuse you. So we're just going to leave it at first name label. And then since this is a button, I'm going to rename this and I'll say underscore button. Remember we couldn't have spaces, right? So like if I try clicking OK, it automatically adds an underscore there. It like sees it saw that I put a space there and was like, yeah, I don't want that in there. So I'm going to put an underscore. Um, So we have a button, and you notice that it has some similar properties. The background color is the same. Um, we have some of the same things. So let's go ahead and mess around with this one too. If this is going to be the submit button, and I think of submit like entering something. I don't know why I think of like green, probably for like go. So we'll make this button green. It's not the green color I expected, but yeah, I'll just leave it like that. That's fine. And we'll change the font to bold. And I'm just picking things. So font size, the other one I think was 20. So we can change that to 20. We could set it to like 40 if we wanted to, right? We got a huge button, right? We'll do that. We'll make it a big button. And then let's see here. The font, you can choose a font. I'll make it the same font I used before, monospace. Now that's going off the screen. So we'll just say default. Height, weight, we'll make height, width, I guess that's close to weight. For the width, we'll set that as wide as the fill parent. So all the components are like the children. The child. And then the parent is what's actually containing it. So that's why it says fill parent, if you're ever wondering that. If you want to add an image on your button, I could upload a file and put an image on there. I'm not going to right now. There's no need for that. Shape, you can do a rounded button, right? Right now, see how around the sides kind of rounded there instead of the default, which is rectangular. There you go. So an oval button, that just looks weird. We'll just do the rectangular button. Okay. We'll play around with the text and the rest of these properties in the next tutorial. We'll finish up the button.